Hello, I'm Azar and/or Riley, and this is my co-host Brooke.
Hello.
And we are your Crash Out Queens. And Brooke, this week's gonna get me in trouble again.
I know you got in trouble last week for bad takes, and now look at this.
No,
you got
that's not
takes.
true. Last week was the Halloween episode. I got in trouble the week before.
2 weeks ago.
Thank you.
2 weeks ago, my bad. I forgot about the Halloween episode.
Yep. I'm gonna get in trouble, but this is my fucking podcast. I stand on my fucking ground. I'll speak on how I want to. Fuck you, bitches.
You're gonna get us canceled.
Oh yeah, well.
I'm gonna get canceled by association.
Yeah, that's how it works, so good luck. What do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about the bad stuff first? You want to talk about the okay stuff first? You want to talk about the cutesy fun stuff first? What's our approach here?
Let's ease into it. Let's do some
ease
cutesy
into
fun
it?
stuff.
Okay, what are we starting with? You start with
your
your little TikTok drama that I want to hear about.
So recently, the other day, I was at my friend's house, and we were sitting watching TikToks together while others were doing other stuff, and we came across the Chica dance guy, the guy that's doing the Chica dance every day until he gets a girlfriend. And as of today, October 30th, the day before Halloween, he has been doing it. He has been doing it for 2,092 days.
Oh my god!
2,000. He has been doing the Chica dance every day for 2,092 days. Yeah, how many years is that?
Yeah, exactly what I'm looking at.
I can hear you clicking on the keyboard. Yeah,
what the fuck? No, that's not possible.
How many years is that? He's been doing it since like 2018, methinks.
That's 5 years!
He's been doing it for a long time.
5 years he's been doing that dance.
I'm not kidding you. He's been doing it since the Gamer versus Furry War, I'm pretty sure. On TikTok.
The Great Gamer versus Furry War.
The Great Gamer versus Furry War. I think he's been doing it since then. But I was digging around in his comment sections because everyone's like, brother, it's been 2,000 days. Go get a girlfriend.
Yeah,
and
please.
I find out
we're all rooting for you.
He does have a Tinder profile or a Hinge profile, whatever you want to say, but his like front page is like his best Valorant clips.
Yeah, of course it is.
Nothing about him.
Of course it is.
And apparently he's been on like dates with women, but he keeps turning them down.
Well, yeah, he needs the perfect girl who is untouched by any other man. And
I fear he's never gonna stop doing the Chica dance.
I mean, to be fair, considering it like brings in probably a fuck ton of revenue, like I'm sure
absolutely.
A ton of people click on that video every day. Like one day he's gonna do like a fucking Factor like Chica dance where he's gonna like be holding a Factor meal and be like, dude, you guys should get Factor. Like
TikTok?
What?
I think it's just his entire TikTok account.
I think it is, isn't it?
Like, does he post anything else?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure he just does the dances.
Oh my, no, he does. There's one other post. Okay, he does post a few other things.
Oh, okay.
Lies and rumors.
Oh, gasp. Drama. He's here to clear his name.
Oh. He's addressing the allegations that he's a bronze player instead of a gold.
He's a gold player?
And now in all of this music is his compilation clips of some kills.
He shows off his Valorant clips when he's a gold player? That's crazy.
What, is that bad? Is it bad to be a gold player?
I think it's below mediocrity. I think platinum is like the average. I could be wrong. Maybe in platinum's the average in Overwatch. I don't know about Valorant.
He made the dating profile exactly a month ago.
Girl, he's been trying to get a girlfriend and he never made a dating profile? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, in my light news,
he put the Chica dance song as his life soundtrack.
In my light news, in more fun news, I have 3 pieces of media. One of which
3 pieces of media?
Yeah, I have 3 pieces of media to talk about. One of which you will hate, but I had to bring it up because I think it's so funny. So would you like for me to start with the one you hate or start with the other 2?
Yeah, get it out of the way.
So Husband Hotel just came out.
I hate Husband Hotel. Tell yourself, I hate Husband Hotel. And I'm so bad I can't crash out as loud as I want to right now. You suck.
I'm gonna be
so bad that
so
I'm
real with you
quiet.
peeps. I'm gonna keep it 100, pimp.
Ew.
That those those first 2 episodes
Is
were
it coming out like bi-weekly or
weekly. Yeah,
something?
they released the first 2 episodes, I want to say 2 nights ago at 12 a.m. And then
Don't watch Hazbin Hotel at 2 a.m. Not quickly.
they're going to release. Well, it was funny. I was actually awake. I could have watched it, but I was busy watching the other piece of media that we will talk about. That I have a
Okay.
lot of thoughts about. So basically my thoughts on the first 2 episodes is everyone's hyping it the fuck up, and I'm
Is it just like
gonna
boring,
be
bland?
so real with you. It's like, it's hard to explain because, okay, they want you in the first 2 episodes to be like, look at all this big grand setup. Isn't this crazy? And it just doesn't translate
work.
in practice that well to me. I did not find it interesting. They reveal like one of the bigger deal angels, but she kind of like doesn't fucking matter, which is crazy to me. You reveal this angel, but she kind of has like no purpose in heaven. Like, without giving spoilers for the viewers, for those who are going to watch it, I won't say anything, but
I really hope our viewers don't watch Hazbin Hotel.
I hate to break it to you, you have other friends that watch Hazbin Hotel, so you're in Schitt's Creek. So
Fuck
you're
that.
surrounded by the anime. Yeah, I don't know. I was like, whatever. And also, to be fair, like, before you fucking jump on me, I would never actually consider myself a Has-Been Hotel fan. It's just something I casually watch if it's on or there's nothing else for me to watch, because recently I haven't had anything to watch, which is why I watch the other thing I'll talk about.
Well,
So
we have something to watch.
I know, but that's like a homework. It's different.
Yeah, it's
Like,
homework.
yeah, like I have to watch it in order to talk about it, which we did not watch. Well, Brooke did. I did not watch A Great Pretender this week because there's too much to talk about this week, and I did not want to have to add another thing to my list to do. So I was like, there's too much. So I did not watch it. That's on me. Maybe next week. As long as Twitch doesn't fucking burn down by next week, we should be okay.
Twitch is on the way to burn down.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. The fireplace is set, that's for sure. But yeah, so Hazbin Hotel, it was fine. The music in it was very mediocre, very not good, which is like, not.
You hyped up that one song to me.
Well, no, that one song was good and is good. I really like that one song, which is Gravity. But there is one other song between like the 2 angels that's like good, but still not like that good, and then the rest are all like pretty unforgettable, or pretty forgettable, sorry, in my opinion, and just like not that interesting, which like I'm 50-50 on, because Hazbin Hotel has always been kind of like either it's really good or really bad with music. It's pretty, but I found with these most recent episodes, I don't remember season 1 all that much. I'm never gonna watch it again because frankly I don't care enough, and it was not that good of a watch where I need to watch it again ever. I get the general idea of what happens, but I don't need to see like the super annoying characters like Alistair. Let's actually talk about Alistair for a second, because I found a TikTok online where someone was like, Alistair was the best written character in the whole series. He was so good, and now in this season they're just gonna ruin him. Da 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 da. And I was like, what do you mean? Alistair was the Tumblr emo guy. He was not well written. Yeah. He was the most
written specifically to be put in the Tumblr sexy man contest.
Yeah, like he's so not well written. He's so written like in a very vague, terrible way. Like, he is the worst written character out of all of them. Probably the best written character in the whole of first season, if I remember correctly, is probably Vaggie, because she's the only character that has like a justifiable backstory, an interesting backstory, and like actual like vindication to her reasoning in like everything she does. And
I know
like,
what that one is.
I don't know, I was like, that's crazy to say that Alistair was a well-written character, because like, no, the fuck he's not. Even I'm a Hazbin Hotel glazer sometimes, but Alistair is not a well-written character. He is not a good written character at all. He's just meant to be like scary Tumblr man. Like, that's literally it. So that's crazy to me.
And he's supposed to be a person of color, and he's the grayest man known.
Yeah, but I don't really like that controversy, because everyone in hell is like that, no matter their race. So like, that's not really a
There is that
fair...
one. Did you see that one cosplayer that painted themselves entirely?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they were shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. And to be fair, in this season they made him have tan skin apparently, so they changed that.
Oh, you can hear my dehumidifier going on.
No, I couldn't actually.
Oh, because my icon's glowing green, so
No, I can't hear it. So it's faint
good.
enough where it just doesn't pick up. Maybe your icon's glowing green, but it's faint enough where it's not picking up on the mic.
Good.
Yeah, so it was fine. It was okay. I'm gonna be also so honest with you. I'm just not really that interested with the antagonists of this season. The antagonists of this seasons are called the 3 Vs. They're like the 3 demons that have beef with Alistair, the TV guy, the
Oh, the
Ray.
TV guy,
I
yeah.
can't say that word. The Grapist, and
The other one.
the fashion one. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, and like they're fun. I do not like them as main antagonists. I find them, specifically the TV one. I don't know what everyone sees in the TV one. I find the TV one extremely boring. The other two I actually do find interesting. I like the fashion one because she serves cunt in everything, and she's actually like a really fun character in animation because I swear to God, she like changes outfits in every scene. The pain it must have been to animate that character, I cannot imagine, because she has like a new hairstyle, a new outfit, new everything in like every scene she's in. So she's just fun. And then the other one's just like painfully stupid but entertaining. So, but the TV, I'm just
people
like, no.
Are obsessed with the TV because they ship him with Alistair.
Yeah, I see that. I see that a lot too. And yeah, I agree.
Unfortunately, I did try to block Has-Been Hotel from my TikTok feed, and it did not work.
Yeah.
They have that little filter for content word thing, and it just didn't work. It just didn't work.
Yeah. That's what I'll have to say about Has-Been Hotel. I'm sure it will be just fine. Just like the first season was. It'll be just fine. It'll be something I can turn my brain off to and watch. And that's fine. My second thing that I want to talk about is last night I went to go see the Chainsaw Man movie.
Good for you.
Love Chainsaw Man.
Is there that scene of the one in the lingerie? Is that a real thing?
There's a bunch of characters in the lingerie in the movie.
Damn, good.
Yeah. Like so the reason why that scene's blowing up is because it's like Denji obviously has like a huge thing with like sexual desire and stuff, and intimacy with women because he's lacking it. So it's like it's his main motivator. And so basically, the point of it is Denji meets a girl his age that like shows romantic interest in him, and like he reciprocates that, but he has a thing for the character Makima, his boss. So he basically like is having a self monologue with himself where he's like, I like Makima, but also there's this girl that I really like. And then it's him basically talking about all the girls he's met throughout the series and whether he's wanted to get with them or not. And it's just him imagining all of them in lingerie. And one of the characters' names is Angel, and Angel is a boy, not a girl. So Denji is like, no, you can't think about him. You can't think about him like that. He's not a girl. He's not a girl.
It's like that. It's like the parody of Attack on Titan where it's like, who's this babe you're with?
Yeah.
That's Armin, and he's a boy. Hey, Armin.
Yeah, I love Chainsaw Man. It was a really fucking good movie. It was awesome. I love this arc too. This arc is my second favorite arc, other than Santa Claus. This is my favorite arc.
Santa Claus?
Yeah, Santa Claus is my first favorite arc.
I don't even. Okay.
He's a devil. Actually, no, he's a devil hunter. I don't remember. He is a devil, but I think he goes by devil hunter. He pretends to be human.
The fear of Santa Claus.
I think he's actually the fear of dolls.
Oh.
He just goes by Santa Claus. Because he's a secret Russian operative, and so is the female character in this movie. Spoilers, I guess.
It's been out for a while. It's fine.
No, it hasn't. It just came out like last week.
Oh.
Yeah, it just came out. So really good movie. I won't spoil it anymore because it's a great movie. You should see it, especially if you're a Chainsaw Man fan. I will say my biggest thing with Chainsaw Man, I do think it is the best written anime and manga right now. I think it blows everything else out of the water, and that includes like my favorite Jujutsu Kaisen, because I love Jujutsu Kaisen more than I like Chainsaw Man, but I do think Chainsaw Man is way better written. And that's not that Jujutsu Kaisen's bad, but Chainsaw Man is just like so subversive in the way that it goes about things. It's so interesting in the way it goes about things. Its world building is really good. And like Chainsaw's main antagonist itself is just so well done that like nothing can compete with it. So it was a really good movie. Really funny movie too. It was really entertaining, and yep, everything about it was great. Would highly recommend it.
It's good.
You never watched Chainsaw Man, right?
No, I haven't. I have been told that I should though.
You should. It'd be really good. I think I'm gonna rewatch it actually since I just watched the movie. And then my final thing, which I have a lot of thoughts on, but I'm gonna try and be concise with them. But every time I talk about this show, I go on what feels like an hour tangent and lose my fucking mind. So I finally sat down, and we've talked about this on the podcast before that I've wanted to do this, and I finally did it. I sat down and I watched all of Stranger Things.
Ooh. Okay.
And I have so many thoughts, so many issues.
Yep.
I'm going to be honest with you. Stranger Things, okay. It's not a good show, but it is a good watch. It is entertaining. And honestly, when Stranger Things leads into the like campiness, it's really good and really funny. It's when Stranger Things tries to take itself seriously and then like tries to like write backstories and stuff that it all completely falls apart. Stranger Things writing, I've never seen Riverdale before, but I imagine reminds me of Riverdale. Like, where, like, oh my fucking god, the amount of times we've got to deal with this upside down shit, and every time it's like, okay, we've closed it for good, and every season's like, okay, like, da-da-da-da-da, we're done with this, and then next season it's like, okay, it's back, everybody come back now. Oh my god, I'm so sick and tired of the upside down. I'm so tired of it. Holy fuck.
What else are they supposed to do?
Not the fucking outside. I don't care, but it's getting tired. It's so tired. And like, okay, I want to like get into this. Season 1, all about the little girl 11, Millie Bobby Brown, obviously.
Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown.
She escapes the facility. She opens the portal to fucking the upside down. The original Demogorgon comes through and is like roaming around Hawkins, yada yada yada. Slowly but surely, like fucking characters die, go missing, yada yada. Fucking Hopper, the police officer, like figures out that like the laboratory's doing something bad. They find 11. All the boys in 11 like find the Demogorgon, beat the Demogorgon, yada yada yada. They save the day. 11 ends up like living with Hopper secretly, yada yada yada. That's the end, right? And they close the portal, kill the Demogorgon, close the portal. No, do they close the portal? No, that's in season 2. Okay, so they don't close the portal. They try to live normal lives or whatever. And then season 2 about closing the portal and stuff, yada yada yada. That's fine and dandy. Season 3 is where we take a big ol' fucking spiral. No, I'm so wrong, actually. Season 2 is the start of spiral. See, this is also the issue. It's so fucking convoluted, I forget what happens when. Sorry. Season 2 is where it gets fucked up because, like, I don't remember what's even happening. Oh, fucking demo dogs happen. That's what it is. There's demo dogs now, which are not Demogorgons. They're 4-legged Demogorgons. And they fuck around, and they're fucking shit up. And 11 decides to go on a fucking field trip to Chicago and meet this other girl who is like her, who is never talked about before, never brought up, but apparently she's this big deal to 11, but we never talk about it in season 1. So she obviously was not a character that existed and was written retroactively, but the best part is, it doesn't fucking matter, because 11 goes to see her, and the girl's like, come with us, like, we're gonna, basically that girl's hunting down all the scientists from the laboratory that experimented on her and 11 and are killing them as, like, vengeance, and they're like, come with us, and 11's like, I can't, my friends need me. We never see or hear from that fucking sister ever again, and that's important. Because season 3, what season is it? Okay, I don't even fucking remember what happens in season 3. Who the fuck is the bad guy? Oh, no, that's right, it's the fucking Russians. Because
season 3 is the people that you said we were like.
Yes, but not, okay, yes, but the story is dog shit. Because season 1 and 2 do this ongoing bit where they're like, it's the Russians, and then it's never the Russians, because it's obviously not the Russians. That was obviously always American propaganda. If you don't know, it's never been the Russians. It's always been, like, Americans doing it. And then season 3 is like, yeah, remember all that, like, subversive context and joke that we were making? Yeah, throw it to the wayside, because now it's the Russians. The Russians have managed to build a fucking underground laboratory underneath a fucking shopping mall. And somehow the American government knows nothing about it.
Yeah.
It's so unbelievable. Not only that, somehow fucking Dustin, the little kid, and then Steve and Robin fucking figure out that there are Russians down there and break into it. Are you fucking kidding me? What are you talking about? Oh, I was so annoyed. But honestly, season 3 wasn't even that annoying because, like you said, Robin and Steve were fucking awesome. Honestly, Steve is my favorite character. His dynamic with any character is really good. I love his dynamic across the board. He's an awesome character. I could care less for any of the children at all. The only child I somewhat like is Max. Max is chill. I like Max a lot. That's the only child I care for. The rest of them can all fucking die. My other issue, 11 and Mike are supposed to be dating. Those two characters have no fucking chemistry at all. And Mike is obviously in love with his fucking best friend, Will. And Will is obviously in love with him. So, just not digging it. Not digging it at all. And then we get to season 4. Season 4 is the most annoying. Because season 4, I hated season 4.
There was another season. I didn't even know.
There's season 4, and then season 5 is coming out. No, there's season 4, and then season 5 is coming out. I cannot express to you how bad season 4 is. The amount of, like, active rewrites the Duffer Brothers decide to do that contradict the entire first 3 seasons in this season. It's insane. Is insane. One of the ones that pissed me off the most, first off, is the fact that the doctor that, like, was in charge of the facility that 11 was in originally, who is referred to as Papa by all the children, was, for all intents and purposes, literally watched on screen eaten by a Demogorgon. Eaten by a Demodog, I think. I don't remember which one it was, but one of the two fucking things basically ate him on screen. When I tell you, we walk to this new laboratory, because 11 has lost her powers at the end of season 3, and she needs them back for season 4 to fight the big bad in season 4, which we'll get to, because that pisses me off.
Okay.
Well, the big bad is Vecna, but Vecna's real fucking identity pisses me off. So, we go, and 11's, like, working with one of the previous, like, government workers who's, like, on her side to try and get her powers back, basically. There's also a subplot where the American government is fighting itself, where half of the government wants to kill 11, half of the government doesn't want to kill 11, because half of the government thinks 11 is doing, like, all the bad stuff in Hawkins right now, and the other half's like, no, it's obviously not her, type shit. Not really that important, but it will be. So, we get to this fucking laboratory, and they do the whole, like, he's facing the wall, and then he turns around, and guess what? It's fucking Papa. I screamed. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm so tired of that character. But that's not even the thing that pissed me off the most. The thing that pissed me off the most in this season is the insane rewrites for 11's story. They rewrite all of 11's story. And the guise they put it under is that she just didn't remember because she was traumatized. To which is just insane, because, like, that girl has slain the god of another dimension, and you're trying to argue that trauma is too much for her? Like, we're cherry picking what's, like, traumatic and what's not traumatic for 11, and it makes no sense. And also, it's just so blatantly, obviously, just them trying to not write themselves a hole and be like, no, she forgot, obviously, we didn't, like, the first season wasn't totally supposed to just be a one-off, and that's why. Like, yeah, like, oh my god, because they write this whole thing, and the worst part is they do a bait and switch, where they try to make us believe that 11 killed all of the children in Hawkins, because there was, like, up to 11 of them in Hawkins. They try and make us believe that 11 did that for the first half of the movie, and then she just forgot about it. And then they reveal that there was actually a worker who was, like, besties with the resties for 11, who, like, then later revealed to her that, like, he was number one, the first, like, person to have, like, psychic abilities, yada, yada, yada. They never, by the way, never explain why he has psychic abilities, because it doesn't make sense. Because the explanation for most children in the lab is that their parents took part of, I don't even remember what the project's called, but it was, like, a famous project that the American government did do, where they experimented on their own people with, like, drugs and yada, yada. And that the parents that took part in that test, their children have the psychic abilities that 11 has. And that's, like, the explanation. However, that is not how 1 gets his psychic abilities. Or at least they imply that it's not. And instead imply that he was just born psychic. So now there's magic in this world that isn't explained by science, I guess. He's just born that way without the other loopholes that the children's parents have gone through. He's just, like, the first one, and then somehow magically the rest all pop up. They don't explain that. They don't get into it, and it makes no fucking sense. And then fucking number 1 is, like, besties with the resties with 11, gets 11 to, like, take this microchip out of his neck, which apparently was, like, seducing his psychic abilities or whatever. And then he's the one who murders, like, the entire Hawkins laboratory. He murders all the workers and all the children. And then 11, like, gets a big old fucking main character moment and banishes him to the Upside Down, like she did with the Demogorgon in season 1. But she does it when she's, like, fucking 4. Also, really funny, because obviously they didn't think about this. They can't really do flashbacks because all the children are, like, 18 or 17 years old now and look like 18 and 17-year-old. So they just shrink them with CGI in flashbacks. They just shrink them. It's so funny. It's so funny, dude. Yeah, so then 11 does that, banishes him. And then, like, Vecna, he becomes Vecna, no, like, number 1 in the Upside Down, and this whole season, like, it's just so annoying, because then, like, he's fucking around, and he's killing people, but, like, also, oh my god, that was the 4th death, I've just realized, holy shit, that makes sense. Whatever, basically, for whatever reason, he needs to kill 4 people to open the gates to fucking the Upside Down. He wants to do that, and so he starts killing people again. They don't explain why there's such a large jump in time from when he killed his first victim, which was his father, or no, his family. His father lived. His family, he killed his sister and his mother with his psychic powers years ago. And then, like, now he's killing people, like, back to back. They don't explain why he took a break. They don't explain. They don't explain that. They don't explain why he took, like, fucking 10 years or whatever off. Like, who knows how long. I don't even attempt.
Maybe he was in his hot girl era.
Maybe. But I don't know. They don't explain it. They don't say anything about it. They're just like, oh, yeah, like, he's killing now. Oopsies. And so he kills a bunch of people to open up the gates. And then, like, to not explain everything else. Some of the characters are in fucking Russia, in a Russia fucking prison camp, killing Demogorgons there. They don't explain how the Russians got the Demogorgons, nor how the Russians got the Mind Flayer, which the Mind Flayer is a whole different thing that I'm not going to fucking explain, but that's, like, the big bad of the whole series. The Mind Flayer is, like, the big bad.
The Mind Flayer is the big bad of the whole series?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so the Mind Flayer is, like, the big bad guy. He's, like,
there's only one Mind Flayer? Just the one? There's not multiple of them? Just one?
I don't know. Well, okay, because the way it works is the Mind Flayer is the hive mind of everything else. It's like the head brain. And it controls everything else. So it controls the Demogorgons, and it controls Vecna.
Okay. Yeah, I guess they can just fuck around with D&D rules however they want because they're a TV show, huh?
Yeah, of course they did. Anyways. Somehow, the Russians have the Mind Flare, which, by the way, the Mind Flare is literally fucking smoke. How they manage to trap smoke, transport it not only across borders but across oceans, and keep it in a glass container.
Like an empty jar.
I don't know. The jar is the size of my fucking room.
Huh?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's not a little jar. It's a big ass fucking container, dude. It's huge.
Putting a mason jar in the car.
No, it's fucking huge. How they captured that and then proceeded to take that across borders and across oceans is beyond me. But they fucking did. They have like 5 fucking Demogorgons, 4 dogs, 1 Demogorgon in Russia. How do they do that when the only portal is supposed to be in Hotkins, nowhere else, is fucking beyond me. I don't know. They don't explain it, and I don't even want to think about it. But besides the point, they're fighting fucking Vecna. Fucking Eleven's fighting Vecna in her mind palace. Not even in person, in her mind palace. Thank you very much.
I'm in my mind palace.
Yeah, she's going to her mind palace, and she's fucking him up in there. She proceeds to get her ass kicked, and then, like, everything, and then she, like, has a moment with Mike where Mike's like, 11, you can do this. And she's like, I can do this, Mike. And she fucking then decides to get back now. And then fucking the teenagers, oh my god, the only motherfuckers who do anything in the show is the teenagers. They're actually fighting Vecna's physical body. And they throw fucking Molotovs on him. And then Nancy, you know what? I don't even like Nancy that much, but I stand by, always give that bitch a gun, because every time Nancy has a gun, she gets the fucking job done. She is composed and calm when she has a pistol in her hand. Give her a gun at all times, because holy fuck, does she lock the fuck in with a gun. My god.
Doesn't she use a sawed-off shotgun, too?
Indeed. And she kicks his fucking ass with that sawed-off shotgun. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course, Queen.
What?
There's one good thing about this show. And it's the Queen.
Yes. Well, she's not always good, actually. She's a dumb bitch without a gun, frankly. I hate her when she's not holding a gun.
At all times, like, duct tape it to her hand and she'll be fine.
That's what I'm saying, and she would be a great character. If she always had a gun, and she was always as locked in life as she is when she has a gun, she'd be awesome. But she's a real dumb bitch when it comes to, like, the fucking intricacies of, like, the social group and life. The way she's hopping between men and fucking not being a good friend to people, I'm like, Jesus Christ, Nancy, I need you to figure it the fuck out, because this is a fucking mess, what we're going through right now. But, yeah, Nancy, as my brother put it, Nancy's on a journey. Nancy is on a journey.
She's on a journey, and that's okay.
Yeah, she's fucking shut up sometimes. Yeah, but her and Joyce are the only motherfuckers who lock in. I love Joyce. Joyce is the first kid who disappears in the original season, Will. She's his mom. And Joyce is so funny because Joyce is the, like, character who literally, go back, never wrong a single time in the show. Every single fucking season, she is right. She is correct. And she is deemed as crazy in every season. In every season, she's seen as crazy. The first season, she's like, my son's alive. He's in another dimension. And everyone's like, you're insane. She fucking puts Christmas lights up on the ceiling and, like, lights on the walls, like, talk to Will through dimensions. And fucking everyone's like, you're crazy. And then my favorite moment is fucking Hopper coming in and being like, Joyce, you were right. And her just being like, oh, I know I've been right. And I'm like, you've been right, Joyce. You're so right. And then season 2, she's like super paranoid that, like, the Upside Down's coming back. And everyone's like, no, it's not, Joyce. No, it's not. And then, bitch, she's right. She's right every time. She's right every time. And she's never fucking wrong. I love Joyce. She's so funny. Yeah, and then they kill Vecna, but Vecna's not dead because obviously there's another season coming out. So basically we end off the series.
Gonna have, like, a time skip, though, no?
Okay, but here's the thing. It can't.
It can't. No, I understand that it can't, but they have to, because guess how long it's been since that last season?
I know, but it literally,
now.
by the own show's way of ending, cannot have a time skip. So no, I think they're just gonna pretend like all these children that are now like 22-year-olds are all like.
No, everyone has a kid now.
I know. But the way it ends is that basically the Upside Down is now taking over the world, and the whole world has like merged with the Upside Down, or at least Hopkins has merged with the Upside Down. So they can't time skip, because if they time skip, that just means that like it's been infected more. They kind of have to start where they left off.
Yeah. Like, everybody's on the internet is saying that there's going to be a time skip. So prepare yourself for a stupid time skip.
Oh, I'm so ready for dumb shit. I told Jack, I'm fucking over it. I'm so fucking over it. But now I have to know where it goes.
You're like locked, right? Like, you can't.
I'm season 4. Oh my god. Also, my other critique, holy shit. I don't say this often, and I do not often agree with this, but I needed the executives to put their hands in this project and take control away from the Duffer Brothers. Because the fact that every episode was a half hour longer than the previous one, to the point where the final episode of season 4 was 2 hours and 22 minutes long.
That's called a movie, not an episode.
And so much of the runtime is unnecessary. So much of the runtime is just unnecessary. And I like needed the executives to just come in and be like, okay, we need you to cut this down, and you guys need to like get your story on track. Because the story does not know where it wants to go for 90% of the season. Like, it just wants to go anywhere and everywhere all at fucking once, and just does not want to like be concise or clear about anything at all. It wants to do so much with so fucking little. It is so obnoxious. And like, being forced to like cut every episode down to, you know what, I wouldn't have even minded like an hour and a half episodes, but holy fuck, 2 hours and a half was just so unnecessary, and I just not did fucking care at all about it. Like, at all about it. Nothing at all. I did not care. I just did not care. I just did not fucking care. I thought it was so fucking stupid and dumb. Yeah, I was so annoyed with it. And my final point is just, bitch, Will Byer and fucking Mike, whatever his name is, had an interesting dynamic, because Will, at least in my opinion, since season 2, has had a crush on Mike and has been like very interested in Mike romantically. And then it was very subtle though, and it was good. It was well done. This season, oh my god, subtlety to the fucking wind. He is just fully pining, and like only pining. His whole character arc is pine. I swear to God, there were notes on the script that just said pine under every one of his lines. Every single one of his lines. Didn't even have to be talking to fucking Mike. If he's talking to like 11, okay, we want you to look longingly at Mike while you're talking to 11. Like, shit like that, where I'm like, oh my god, you like, lock in, Will, lock in. It's not about that right now. And like,
you haven't even mentioned my favorite character.
Oh.
The guy with the long hair that's like always smoking weed.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he was funny. I'll give him that. He was funny. He was annoying at first, but he grew on me. He was annoying at first, but he grew on me. And my biggest issue with Will too is they want me to believe that he is head over heels in love with Mike. However, they contradict that by literally saying that Will and Mike have basically been no contact for a year. And I'm not saying, because trust and believe, bitch, I know it's not that easy to get over someone that you're in love with. However, you would simply not be pining as hard as Will pines if you have not spoke to that person for a fucking year. You expect me to believe that he is still that obsessed with someone who he has not talked to for over a year, basically?
Yeah.
And that treats him like shit, by the way. And that treats him like shit. Oh my god. I'm like, this is just like not real. And oh my god, the scene where Will gives Mike the stupid fucking poster that he drew and cries out the window is meant to be taken so seriously, but is so funny. He has treated you like shit this entire season. I need you to relax. Will! Lock in, brother! It's the end of the world! It's so funny. Yeah, I just need Will to cut the gay shit for a minute. I was like, I need you to, like, just fucking not. The only thing I want in season 5, I think, the only thing I want is because in that scene, they very purposefully point to Jonathan, Will's older brother, and have him look at Will while he's crying out the window, talking about the fucking painting, and, like, Mike's, like, looking at the painting and not noticing. And very clearly, like, make it so Jonathan sees and kind of elude that Jonathan knows about Will having a crush on Mike. And I swear to God, if they drop that fucking plot line and nothing comes out of that, I am going to fucking riot. Riot, I say. The only half interesting relationship is fucking Will and Jonathan. That's the only half interesting relationship and the only one that, like, I actually give a fuck about, because it's a cute little brotherly bond.
I fear you're going to riot.
They better fucking bring it up. I swear to God, I will lose it if they don't. Yeah. And yeah. Oh, and then my last, like, kind of issue with the plot, before we move on to now the deep, dark issues that we have to talk about. Motherfucker, what do you mean you don't have anyone in the town that knows about the Upside Down? Because the biggest thing is that, spoilers, Hopper, our original police officer, who did know about the Upside Down, is now dead. But
He's dead?
Hopper, yes. Well, he's presumed dead. He's actually in a Russian entrainment camp that then Joyce goes and saves him. Because Joyce, the suburban mom, can break into a Russian military camp. Yes, you heard that right.
Yeah, dude, you saw how she was in season 1. Of course she can.
Yeah. So, Hopper is presumed dead by everybody. And so, here's my problem. You're telling me the American military, which knows very well about the Upside Down at this point, because not once has something happened, not twice has something happened, but 3 times you have had to deal with the Upside Down. You're telling me you don't plant an operative in Hawkins to keep an eye on it? You don't tell anyone else on the police force about it just in case? Because here's the thing. You thought it was done the first time. You thought it was done the second time. You assume clearly it's done the third time. Are you fucking stupid? I get it. The American government is incompetent, but that's a crazy thing to make me believe, that they're just like, we're not going to tell anyone with actual power about the Upside Down at all. What? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Oh, yes, what? One of your operatives dies and you're just not going to replace them? You're just going to be like, it'll work out. Like, it's fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
What?
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Like, I was just like, that's crazy and so stupid. So, that's my thoughts on Stranger Things. It was dumb. It wants you to suspend your belief so fucking much. And sometimes it's okay because it's funny. But when they're serious, it's so hard to suspend your belief. And now we have to talk about the rough stuff. Would you like to start with Qtcinderella or Emiru?
Let's delay the argument that's going to happen.
Okay, so Emiru came out, what was it, a week ago, probably? A little bit more?
Yeah.
A little bit more? I feel like it was last Monday.
A little bit, like, honestly, I feel like it was this week, yeah.
I think it was last Monday, so it's a
few days ago,
week.
Yeah.
Came out talking about her relationship with streamer Mizkif and the history there. And basically laid it all out on the table that Mizkif is an emotional abuser, threats physical abuse. I won't say physical abuser for my own safety, but threats physical abuse.
He's gonna make a beeline for your house, dog.
Mm-hmm. Threatens physical abuse, among, like, other things, and that basically Emiru's coming out about her experience with Mizkif because of the fact that she knows there is a non-streamer who has now been a victim of Mizkif, and she's speaking out about it. Yeah, and it's pretty clear and cut that Mizkif is kind of a piece of shit. I mean, granted, I, frankly, did not need this to know that.
Nope.
I've always known Mizkif is a piece of shit. We have talked about Mizkif before. If you remember, we talked about when some of the, not FaZe members, but, like, friends of the FaZe clan were teasing him at an event on stream about like how Maya Higo was so much more successful after dating him. And then he like lashed out and was like, I don't like drama farmers. And then I told you about how like his whole career is built on drama farming. It's crazy that he doesn't like drama farmers when everything that he's ever done is about drama farming. Which actually was even more further proven because I did not know that Mizkif did this, but apparently Mizkif, Emiru talked about how Emiru has had a history of stalkers, as do, by the way, most women on Twitch. If you don't know, most women on Twitch have a history of stalkers or have a stalker. Actually, there are a lot of women in real life that have no following and have no social media presence that have a stalker. So it's a pretty common thing that happens pretty often and that police just don't listen to women about. And apparently, if you don't know, Emiru, Valkyrae, and Senna, about like a year back now, maybe a little bit less than that, were doing a live stream, I think, at the Santa Barbara Pier, the pier with like all with the Ferris wheel and the roller coaster in California. And someone was stalking them, someone was harassing them, someone was threatening to harm them. I don't think they had security at the time, and I think that's why it was obviously such a big deal, but I think it was even Coda! It was even more of a big deal because of the fact that they didn't have security, to my understanding. And Emiru explains that in this time after Emiru and him had broken up, that he decided it would be okay to drama farm off that situation and then tell a bunch of Emiru's stalker stories, which is crazy because they had agreed not to ever talk about the stalker stories because if you don't know, obviously, stalkers will be motivated to do more stuff if you talk about them because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for attention. They're looking for stuff like that. So, once again, going back to Mizkif being a piece of shit, he's quote-unquote not a drama farmer, but he doesn't mind telling his ex-girlfriend, who he abused, stalker stories to get views. Even though he was told by multiple people while on stream to not do it. I will say, you'll never hear me say this again, but good for you, Asmongold, for actually calling Mizkif a piece of shit.
Fucking Asmongold.
I will never compliment Asmongold again in my life. However, good for you, Asmongold. Yeah, and if you're interested to know, like, the nitty-gritties of the Emiru stuff, you should really watch the video. It's an hour and 20 minutes long, I'll warn you. But I will say, I don't think a single... I don't know, did you watch the full video?
No, I did not.
So, it's like an hour and 28 minutes of just everything. Like, there's no, like...
Straight up.
Yeah, there's no, like, talking around it, or, like, you know, like the Tati Westbrook, like, you know, filler words and stuff. Like, she just puts it all on the table. There is 1 hour and 28 minutes worth of wrong things Mizkif has done, of terrible things Mizkif has done to Emiru, and now to other people, assumedly, and Mizkif being an abuser. Some of the things I would like to talk about, I'm not going to talk about it all, but a funny thing I want to talk about is, for example, he threatened Sewer Slide over the fact that Emiru chose to tank in World of Warcraft. That's not a joke. He threatened that he would KMS because Emiru chose a role that he didn't want her to play in World of Warcraft. Thoughts?
World of Warcraft?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. She had to tank, and he said you're not allowed to tank because he plays tank.
I want to be Tracer. I want to be...
Well, because Emiru explains that, like, basically she was in a constant battle with him where in order to be loved by Mizkif, she had to be doing getting good numbers when she streams and stuff in order to be seen as, like, valuable to him because, like, as we found out throughout the video, and as we have found out since, because Mizkif has even admitted it, he is obsessed with numbers, and he is obsessed with, like, clout, and he does not like associating with people who will not directly benefit his career. So, basically, Emiru had to benefit his career. However, Mizkif also has a problem with people having more numbers than him. So, she had to do good, but not really good. she had to do good enough, but she couldn't outperform Mizkif. And anytime Emiru had more viewers than Mizkif, he would like end stream and then like literally throw a tantrum, once again, threaten sewer slide, threaten self-harm, threaten like his own safety or her own safety, if she would continue to stream, or if she would outperform him in viewers or outperform him in any metric, basically. He would threaten her with all of these different things. A few times, for example, a few times during one of these fights, they would be in the car, and he would drive it as fast as possible, like 150 miles an hour, and be like, okay, well, I'm just going to kill both of us because you have better viewership than me, basically. So it's not worth it. He would threaten that with her.
If a man is upset that you do better than him at work, leave.
Yeah, well, it's not that easy, but I agree with the sentiment.
The sentiment is, girl,
get out.
Get out.
But biggest thing, and Emiru does explain this, and why Emiru stuck around for so long, was Emiru was dealing with stalkers. And when Emiru first met Mizkif, like all abusers, he obviously didn't come across as an abuser. He came across as someone who wanted to help and someone who wanted to protect her. He offered her a spot in his org, OTK, just to keep her safe, offered her a spot in the house just to keep her safe, and that was like how their relationship started, which is how it got into dating and romance and stuff, and then proceeded to obviously fall into like what it's fallen into. Another thing that's really important to talk about is there was an incident apparently at Emiru's place where the stalker had shown up on like property, and Mizkif, when telling the story, claimed that like he held a gun to the stalker and was like, get the fuck out, da 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 da. Emiru came to clarify that Mizkif did in fact not do that, and that her friend, I don't know if she's a streamer or just like a friend of Emiru's, I don't know who she is, but a female friend of hers went outside, saw the stalker, told him to fuck off, came back in the house, called the police, and then got the police to show up. And all Mizkif did was stand 5 feet away from the door with a gun pointed at the door, not saying anything. And that was actually what Mizkif did. And that Bonnie was the one who actually dealt with the stalker.
Peak male behavior.
Another thing that I want to talk about, which like, okay, this is kind of speculation, but not speculation. It's more so that, like, to point out that there are more victims. Obviously, before Emiru, Mizkif dated streamer that I love, Maya Higa. And a lot of clips have resurfaced where it's Mizkif demonstrating the behavior that Emiru speaks about live on stream. Which is another thing. All of this like happened on stream too. A lot of stuff happened on stream, like when he would throw tantrums. So like one of which, I think I do get them mixed up sometimes, but I think this was an Emiru stream clip where it was Emiru, Pokimane, and then another streamer that I don't remember the name of, and Mizkif all hanging out on a couch. And I don't even know
this video.
What pissed him off. I don't even know what it was. But he just gets up and says, I'm fucking done with this. And then takes Emiru's water, pours it on the table, and takes his water, pours it on the table, and is like, clean it up, and then leaves. And then you can, like, see Emiru is, like, very uncomfortable. But, like, in, like, a fight, flight, or freeze, and she's clearly frozen. Like, clearly frozen and doesn't know what to do. And then, like, you can see the other two streamers are like, what the fuck is going on?
Kind of toddler.
And then the other... You
have to be on the inside.
Yeah. Then the other clip that I kind of want to talk about is the one with... This one I know is with Maya, where she was doing... I think it was, like, a streamer podcast back in the day that Qtcinderella used to host, where she would get a bunch of, like... I think it was called, like, The Housewives, where it was, like, Adapt, who was dating XQC, Cutie was dating Ludwig, and then Maya was dating Mizkif, and then I think there was another person. And it was all, like, basically, like, the girlfriends of, like, the biggest streamers, and that was, like, the concept.
Okay.
And basically they were in the middle of recording, and I don't remember once again what set Mizkif off, but I think like Maya said something, and then Mizkif said, okay, well fuck you, this is all the Starbucks I fucking bought you, and then threw the Starbucks that he bought her at her head, and she just kind of like sat there, and then like you can hear Qtcinderella be like, that's not okay, like that's really wrong, and like a bunch of the girls being like, that's not okay, that's really wrong. And basically what I'm trying to say is that, like, I'm not gonna, like, put words in Maya Higa's mouth, but, like, obviously, be supportive of all of Mizkif's victims, whether Maya Higa chooses to speak out or not. is up to her. She hasn't yet at this point. I doubt she will, because I think she does not want Alveus to be tied to domestic violence or SA. So I think that she will not speak out. But just know Mizkif has a lot of victims, and they all deserve support, especially Emiru, who has spoken out, but everyone else as well. And yeah, don't let this go under the wayside is another thing. We often tend to be like forgetting that these people are monsters, but let's remember these people are monsters. And I'm not, one thing is, Mizkif did say Emiru for sure. She does go into detail about that. I am not going to say the story because that feels like weirdly trying to get clicks for like a story that isn't mine. I don't feel like getting into like the nitty gritty. If you want to know, Emiru says it in her video. Go watch it. Go support her. But yeah, Mizkif's a piece of shit. And his one defense, which will end on a lighter note and a more funny note, was that Emiru also committed domestic violence. She threw plushies at him. So that was his defense. And that has been memed to all hell now.
She would throw plushies and blankets at me, and I would punch the wall.
Yeah, literally. Punch the wall, break furniture, throw shit at her head. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Support Emiru, fuck Mizkif, is, I think, both of our thesis.
She needs to go on a little vacation.
That is, yeah, that's an important note. Me and Brooke both were talking about it the night after, and we're like, Emiru just needs a break. Just go to Bora Bora for a month, girl. Just go to Bora Bora for a month. Swim with the fishes. Just relax, dude. Just, like, you deserve it.
Actually swim with the fishes. Just, don't metaphorically swim with the fishes,
Oh, no, no. Just have fun with them. No, have fun with the fishes. Just like, splash with them. Splash with them and play with them. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it that way.
I didn't mean it that way.
No,
I'm not part of the mob. I'm not part of the mob.
No, I'm not. Yeah, no, I think Emiru deserves a break, a fun time. I think she deserves the fucking world right now. After TwitchCon and now this, I think she should just rightfully fucking have a glass of wine and wind down.
And wine, yeah.
And now I fear me and Brooke are gonna get into an argument.
Yeah, we're gonna get into a little.
Okay. Do you want to start or do you want me to start?
You go for it.
Here's, okay, my starting line, I want to say. What Qtcinderella did is not right. And I don't think she should have said it. However...
No, she definitely should not have said it.
Qtcinderella, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, is not racist, is not homophobic.
Well, no, but she could have been a little different about that.
I agree. I think the way Qtcinderella worded it was terrible, and I think it was bad.
Oh,
however, I'm gonna say what she meant to say is right, and in order for the world to progress forward, someone, and I'm not saying, for example, because I think this is what happened, is I think the problems and why it is a big deal and why people are calling Qtcinderella out, rightfully, by the way. Like, I think she should get called out. But why people are calling her out is because she basically said that, like, you should be friends with bigots. And that you should be friends with people who, for example, think you shouldn't be alive. But that's not what she meant. She just worded it incorrectly. Her thesis was she is going to be friends with those people because someone has to correct these people. That's what she was thinking. Someone has to correct these people. She went on to further clarify this on a later stream about this. And that's what she meant, is that she isn't so much like forgiving of these people, but she wants the world to change, and the world can only change if someone is sympathetic to these people. If we shut these people out, nothing will change. So, be mad at me, but Qtcinderella is right. Someone has to have sympathy for these people. I'm not saying a black person should be friends with a racist, but if a white person who is not racist tries to correct a racist white person, someone has to do that, or else racism will never end. Homophobia will never end. Once again, I think it's right to call Qt out, because I think Qt bringing it up in that manner and the way she said it was wrong. And I think her theory was right, but her practice was wrong.
Her practice is very wrong. And the way she said it in the beginning was such like a privileged take on
100%.
it.
100%.
Because she's never she's a white woman who,
mm-hmm.
as far as we know, she doesn't like come out or anything. She's straight.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a privileged take to have on this.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And then in her apology, it wasn't even really like an apology.
I fear you didn't watch it because it was.
I did watch it. It was
most certainly an apology.
It was an apology, but it wasn't like a good one. It's not one of the worst ones. I will say that. It's definitely one of the better ones, but it's not
this is my problem.
the best it could be.
This whole metric of the concept of a good apology. There is no such thing as a good apology.
No, there's no such thing as a good apology, and at least it wasn't like a toxic gossip train type thing. But
what more do you want her to do? Is my question, I guess. Like, what is your perfect apology for her then?
Not deflect as much in her apology video.
She didn't deflect. She explained. There's a difference between deflecting and explaining your thought process.
There was a bit, though.
No, I think she explained her thought process. Her thought process on the matter was that she is in a place of privilege. She wants to use that privilege. That's not deflecting. That's her saying.
No, it's not, but I don't know. It didn't hit me right. I don't know.
I will say another thing that is interesting. And my kind of problem with this is because once again, I do think Qt deserves 100% the backlash she got. But I also want to say, you all care more about a white woman who misspoke than actual racists who are creating laws that are actually hurting you. And that you need to fucking check. That's what annoys me. You all are more mad at Qtcinderella than the current fucking parliament who are taking your rights away as we speak, than the president who is trying to bring back slavery. You're more mad
trying to bring back slavery
about
and using AI in the worst ways.
Yes. You are all more mad at Qtcinderella for having a bad take than actual racism that is hurting you, or actual homophobia or transphobia that is actively hurting you. She should be called out. But also, get your fucking shit straight. Get your fucking shit straight. Because another thing about this, too, is this has completely overblown the Emiru situation as well. People care more about this than the Emiru situation. Like,
I've seen more about Qt than Emiru, and I think that's crazy.
That's what I mean. Like I said, what Qt did was wrong 100%, but the fact that we're blowing this so out of proportion when, like, she misspoke, and yes, she said something wrong, and she should be called out for that. But, like, there are bigger fish. We need to, like, focus on the bigger fish here. Like, she doesn't actively kill gay people. Like, she doesn't actively spread hate speech. She doesn't do that. She fucked up this one time, and that should be called out. But there is currently Mizkif, a fucking predator on the platform that we're not talking about anymore. There is currently, like, people in office actively hurting us. There's currently such bigger issues, and we're, for some reason, focused on Qtcinderella and fucking Vanilla Mace. Like, I think it's absurd that this has, like, overblown so many bigger issues. And somehow this is, like, the thing we need to talk about for some reason. And that's another reason just, like, why I'm not a fan of it.
Such a horrible place to be, the internet.
I don't know. Like I said, I think that Qt deserves some call, but I think the hate is just overblown at this point. I think the apology was fine. As someone who is directly affected by her words, I didn't really... Yeah. And I understood what she was trying to say when she first said it. Because, like, I'm gonna say it sometimes. Like I said, what she said isn't right. But also, sometimes, y'all can't expect everyone to be perfect, and you always do. Like, people are going to make mistakes. That's how you grow. Like, I think it's ridiculous that we expect every single person to always be perfect. You want everyone to talk about the important issues, but then when people make mistakes about talking about the important issues, you burn them like a witch. And it's like, okay, this is why people won't talk about important issues. This is why your faves will not talk about things, because if they say one thing wrong, you witch hunt them. And I'm not saying they shouldn't be called out for it, but witch hunting, there's a line between calling them out and witch hunting. And what's happened to Qtcinderella is a witch hunt. This is a witch hunt. Especially because people are not only witch hunting Qtcinderella, they're witch hunting Vanilla Mace and KDB, which is like insane. I think we need to actually like fucking put our thinking caps on for 5 minutes and understand that yes, what she said is wrong, but like that doesn't justify the sheer all of the internet like being like, okay, well, this is the one thing that matters now, and we have to tell her to kill herself because every issue doesn't matter. Like, that's just not the case, especially when like her examples were like her father, and you people are like, well, yeah, you have to cut picketed people out. That's your only option. It's like she's not gonna cut her dad out. Just simply not gonna happen. As a person with problematic family members, the real world, like she said, just doesn't work like that, unfortunately.
No.
In the fantasy world that you live in, you can cut out every problematic person you want to. And that's fine. And honestly, in your life, you can do that. Sure. But it
will leave you lonely in the end.
It's going to leave you with a lot of repercussions. Yeah, it's going to leave you with a lot of repercussions. And it's going to cause the problem to never end. If your answer to, what's it called? Because my biggest issue is it's not a moral dilemma, because being racist is not morals, it's just wrong. It's not morally corrupt, it's just factually wrong. Being homophobic is just factually wrong. Being transphobic is factually wrong. Being misogynistic, they're all just factually wrong. They're not a moral dilemma. However, you have to remember the people who are racist, homophobic, transphobic, and misogynistic, 9 times out of 10 are not actually hateful people, but are misinformed and uneducated people. And what happens is ignorance breeds hateful ideology. And when someone is ignorant, they will say hateful things. Sometimes they will mean the hateful things. A lot of times, they're speaking sheerly out of their ass because they do not know. They do not have an understanding of it. And they will never understand it if you don't try to change their minds. And I'm not saying it's up to you to change their minds. It's not your responsibility. But at the end of the day, someone has to do it. It's why I talk to transphobes whenever they're transphobic to me. It's why I talk to racist people if they're racist. It's why I talk to homophobic people. Because someone does, unfortunately, have to take that bullet and have to have the uncomfortable conversation. Because if you don't, it'll never change. And I think that was what Qt was trying to say. I just think she said it in a terrible fucking way that definitely was not well received. And rightfully so was not well received. But I do not think that we should be witch hunting Qtcinderella, because at her core, once again, what I don't like about this is, and it always happens with every Twitch drama, it leaves the actual Twitch ethos, and it leaves the actual people who know this individual and goes into different spaces, and now a bunch of people only know Qtcinderella for that one bad take. But if you actually know Qtcinderella's career, it's literally dedicated to inclusivity. She runs the Streamer Awards, which is all about bringing everyone of every single walk of life together. She has done so much charity work for Trevor Project and so many different queer and race-based charities, and she has shown her allyship tenfold over and over again, and her history proves that she is not this racist, homophobic, transphobic witch that she's being painted as. But because it has left the Twitch ethos and the people who actually have seen what Qtcinderella does, this is now a bunch of people's first impressions of Qtcinderella and only impressions of Qtcinderella, and it's just not who she is, simply put. Thoughts?
I think my cat is in here, but yeah, we shouldn't witch hunt someone for this, but there are bigger issues, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
She should have brought this up at a different time too.
Yeah.
Or KDB just sitting there.
Yeah, I think KDB's the only innocent one. I don't like the baby girlification of Vanilla Mace in this situation.
Vanilla Mace, I think.
Vanilla Mace, you guys, okay, and I think this about, I love Vanilla Mace, I want to make it very clear. Vanilla Mace is awesome, and she's an awesome person. But Vanilla Mace suffers from the baby girlification of some content creators.
The internet.
Everyone treats Vanilla Mace like she is this sensitive little like infant child, essentially. And you know what? I will say part of that is her fault. And I'm not going to say it's wrong because she's very open about her anxiety disorder. And I think that makes everyone be like, guys, we can't be mean to her. And it's like, but that's not what Vanilla Mace has ever said once. The internet has decided to run with that narrative. And Vanilla Mace has been very, I think, transparent about, like, being held accountable. I'm pretty sure I've heard her say many times that, like, she wants to be held accountable and she wants to be open and honest with her community. So, but in this situation, everyone's saying that, like, Vanilla Mace is, like, so wronged and she's innocent and, like, leave Vanilla Mace alone. When, like, Vanilla Mace agreed. She literally gave points towards Cutie's point and agreed. And I, once again, as someone who is defending Cutie in this situation, frankly, I would have done the same thing. I would have defended Cutie in that situation. I would have been on Cutie's side because of the fact that I understand what Cutie was trying to say, even though she said it poorly. And that's the key thing, is it's like, Vanilla Mace, I think, understood what Cutie was trying to say, and that's why she agreed with her, and that's why she was on her side during the conversation and didn't give pushback. And Vanilla Mace is a grown-ass adult and can now deal with the repercussions of that. You don't need to baby girl her. She's fine. She's fine. She will be fine.
There's too many instances on the internet of, like, fans of a content creator babying them.
Like, agreed.
Probably, like, some of Markiplier's fans.
Yeah.
Definitely Vanilla Mace's fans. And it's, like...
Oh, there's lots of examples.
Adults that are way older.
Conan Gray's a great example, actually. People baby girlify Conan Gray all the time. And it's like, he's like 26 years old. What are you talking about?
He's older than both of us, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just insane. Like, you don't know that person.
No.
Again, it's all wrapping back to the parasocial aspect of the internet, right?
Oh, yeah,
you do
for
not
sure.
know this person.
Yeah.
You do not know their life. You do not know them.
Yeah. 100%. And, like, well, that's also, like, my issue with Qtcinderella as well, is, I know Qtcinderella's politics and ideology all because I saw one clip of her where she was acting problematic. So now I know that Qtcinderella's a bad person, when it's like, no, you don't. Like, even, like, canceling is, like, so parasocial in that sense of, like, this cancellation of Qtcinderella is so parasocial. This witch hunt of Qtcinderella is so parasocial. And, like, parasocial goes both ways.
A content creator puts out on the internet, whatever they put out, is always curated for what they want you to see.
Exactly.
And it is not, in fact, their full person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm not a fan of it. I frankly...
I haven't been a fan of the internet for a while lately.
Yeah. Frankly, I think... I mean, I'm gonna be honest... Cutie really, I think, once again, fucked up. I frankly think her apology was better than it needed to be. I think she should, because I am 50-50 on if she even needed to apologize, frankly, but...
I think she still should have corrected herself in a video, yeah.
She did correct herself. She literally did.
No, that's what I mean. No, that's what I'm talking about. It's like...
I don't know.
I agree with you a little bit.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. If I was Qtcinderella, I frankly don't know if I would have apologized, because I would have known what I was talking about, because if you watch the full conversation in context, I think the context is there, and if you have a brain cell, you knew what she was saying. But unfortunately,
most people on the internet that brain cell.
The internet, exactly. The internet doesn't think critically about anything. They don't actually listen to what people are actually saying. They hear buzzwords, and then they just go, ooh, a piece of candy, and just run with that buzzword instead of actually listening.
And they just...
Qtcinderella said multiple times in that video that she would remain friends with racist and homophobic people to correct them, and somehow the internet was like, she wants me, a gay person, to stay friends with a homophobic person? Just not what she said. You just simply made that up, but to fit your narrative, but teach their own. To call her homophobic and racist, I think, is insane. You are genuinely insane, and you, once again, need to get put into a padded room because your parasocialism has gone off the fucking haywire, that you think you know somebody because they had one bad take on a podcast/stream. You don't know that person. You will never know that person. Vanilla Mace doesn't need your defending.
You will actually never know that person.
And neither does KDB. No one needs your defending. They're fine. They're grown-ass adults. They will be okay. It's the fake internet that's coming after them. Bunch of fake people online. People, you aren't real. That's my way of dealing with anything internet-wise. I just don't consider anyone on the internet real.
Have you heard of the dead internet theory?
What's the dead internet theory?
It's about, I think the theory states that only about like maybe less than 40% of like accounts on the internet are real people, and then the rest, like the 60-something%, is all just AI bots that are posting all this content and like comments and stuff.
I don't
And
completely
only about
disagree with that,
40% of the
actually.
internet. Yeah.
Well, because
I
think
think
about like
there's a good
the
chunk.
clip farming
Yeah.
like
Like
things. They get
accounts,
those
like, that
out
just
so
post.
fast. Like it
Yeah.
feels like those
They
kind
come
of
out
have
way
to be
too
like
fast.
automated to some degree.
Yeah. And like of course these accounts will probably have like their own personality and stuff that make up
Yeah.
more than half of the internet.
Yeah.
So it could just be these
Interesting.
AI like personality bots too.
Well, do you have anything else to say about Qtcinderella?
That's my my conspiracy
Your
theorist rant
thesis.
of the day. That's my conspiracy theorist rant of the day. These are probably just AI people.
Yeah, I'd believe it. It's definitely believable. Well, I'm done with Qtcinderella if you are.
I am.
Okay, we can move on to music of the week.
Music of the week.
Can't wait to read the comments on this podcast episode.
Dude, there was only 2 on the last one, and one of them was just about being obnoxious.
Yep. One was very mean to me. I cried about it, guys. Don't leave hate comments. Even though it boosts me in the algorithm, so please do.
Yeah.
I was going to comment on that and be like, thanks for the algorithm boost, but I didn't feel like it.
I was gonna go in and like it.
I did like it. Oh, I liked it.
Good.
It was funny. It was a funny comment. Funny.
Yeah,
if you hate and you're funny, I don't fucking care. Just don't be unfunny if you hate. Be funny. Be a funny hater.
Funny about your hate.
Yeah. Be a funny hater. Anyways, my music of the week. I only have 3 songs because I made them right before we started recording, so it's very quick to the point. What's yours?
So I've been getting into, I think I already talked about this, the Dreamland album lately.
By
Glass Animals, of course.
Okay.
So I've been listening to a bit of like Domestic Bliss, Your Love Deja Vu,
Okay.
and a little bit of I Don't Want to Talk, I Just Want to Dance.
Okay.
I know. I've been getting back into the Arcane soundtrack. A little bit
I
of
kind of want to
Paper
rewatch
Town
it.
Blue. That would be a good idea. Watch it all in one go.
What if we don't do The Great Pretender and we do Great Arcane? Or not Great Arcane, Jesus Christ, just Arcane.
Okay, yeah. You just really don't want to watch The Great Pretender, do you?
It's homework. I do want to watch it eventually, but it's homework now.
Yeah, now it's homework and we have to watch it.
Okay. I tried, guys.
I think that's all. we already watched Arcane.
Yeah, but we never talked about it on the podcast. We watched it before the podcast. We've never talked about it on the podcast.
Pull up the absolute paragraph you sent me when season 2 came out.
Yeah, and we've never really talked about season 1 because we watched season 1 separately.
Oh yeah.
So,
we'll think about it. We'll think about it, chat.
Sorry, chat.
What's your music of the week?
My music of the week is Actor and Connell by Conan Gray.
Of course. Yeah.
Actor is back in the rotation. I drunk texted Brooke the other night and I'm like, I think Actor is the best song on the album and my favorite. And Brooke's like, yeah, so when you listen to it over and over again during your Genshin pulls, I figured as much.
Well, because of your stupid Nefer video where all I could hear was actor in the background.
Yup. And then I relapsed and I have Billie Eilish Blue on that bitch. Yup.
Of course, yep.
That's my music of the week.
Come out with a new album so you can
New Billie Eilish?
Yeah, new Billie Eilish so you can move on.
I don't even need a new Billie. No, I'm okay. I don't need a new Billie Eilish album. I'll survive off of Blue, The Greatest. What else do I like on that one?
Chihiro.
Oh, yes, Chihiro. Oh, Chihiro. Yeah, I'll be fine. No, I'll be fine, simply.
Okay.
See, because here's my thing with music, since we're on the subject. I would much rather artists make really fucking good albums and make us wait years than them release an album every year that's going to make me forget about it.
Make me wait. I don't care. Make me wait.
Because, like, that's my thoughts. Like, the Billie Eilish albums are timeless. I could listen to all of them all the time over and over again. They're so good. So I'd much rather Billie Eilish just keep doing that than, like, force herself to make an album every year and it be, like, music I forget about in a week. Like, for example, in the nice way possible, like, Somber, for example. Like, Somber's going to be, like, one of those artists that just, like, releases music and then I'm just going to forget about it eventually. Stuff like that. Whereas, like, Conan Gray, Chapel Roan, Billie Eilish, like all released music on their own timeline. So I was so shocked that we got Actor a year after Found Heaven.
Oh, I was hyped for it.
Oh, I was hyped, but I was shocked that it happened because I was like, that's.
And it was so fire too.
Oh, so good. Maybe his best album. Still haven't
Love You,
made my
Wishbone.
decision on it.
I'm up there with it being.
And we might get
like,
another
one of his
album
best.
within recent time, considering he has
Oh, yeah,
300
'cause of his-
songs.
Just sitting there.
Yeah.
Conan. feed
Conan,
me.
please. And apparently, and there's rumors he might be featured on the Olivia Rodrigo album, so which would be his first feature, right?
Wait, you texted me? No, his first feature is with some guy. I forget his name. And I forget the name of the song.
Okay.
But
I'll have to look into it because I've definitely never heard it. So.
dude, you texted me about the Conan and Olivia thing, and my mom read your text out loud because it popped up on my phone.
And you screamed.
Yeah, and and she goes, and she goes, who is Enigma? I go, that's Riley.
Yeah, he said it's just some gay person I found on the street and adopted.
Yeah, found it on the street.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it for us, kids.
I think that's it.
Feel free to leave your hate comments below. Like and subscribe. I've been Emiru Bazaar and/or Riley, your Crash Out Queen. This is my co-host, Brooke.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Forever.
Yeah, true. We're never coming back. This is the last episode. Bye.